call it swag, some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
It's complete on the right side. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Simon. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here comes the heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
They'll try the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Sticking out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Flores. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep him honest, take him chunk by chunk.
did much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Handoff to the single back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. On the run, it's Gray. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Lewis to throw. The sure hands. It's Overton.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Got a little space. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And some room to work. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's not always easy, and it's not always easy to call a basic play on 4th down, but it is when you convert it. You've called this play so many times, had so much success. This was a day 1 install in fall camp. Nice, successful run on 4th down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Hawaii. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. Touchdown, Texans! And they turn it into a defensive score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Right back to him on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lewis to throw. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, that's one of those as a quarterback. You're out on the perimeter of the field. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. You think you can fit it in there, but, man, you've got a lot of speed. Next time you're in that position.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Washington wants to go quickly. Corners are going to bail. Wants to fire on second down. He's got the back in the middle. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Lewis to throw. Gets it out quickly. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Snap it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Huskies. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the...
Turning it on! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Lewis wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Texas offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is...
He's looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Return, the sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Snowed under by the defense. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He might want another play. Lewis wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And wings it incomplete.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
This time it's complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Quick step and go.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Lewis to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to throw it to start the drive. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Lewis wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. Finds his man. It's Cook. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Caught. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge him back to the line of scrimmage. High the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do you a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's...
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive...
it.